3 things to do before quitting your job to start a business. I'm going to cut right to the chase. Leaving your full-time job to pursue your own business is expensive and risky. I want to help you avoid the same mistakes I did. While we are seeing an upward trend in recent years, job dissatisfaction rates today are still roughly split 50-50. This means half of the people you work with don't enjoy what they are doing for a living. Some dissatisfied workers seek out other opportunities. Others want a bit more autonomy over their careers and choose the self-employment route. It's exciting. It's sexy. If you want to leave your job and create your own business, there are plenty of self-proclaimed gurus to provide you with the motivation. But motivation doesn't pay the bills. Gurus sell you a dream but don't show you how to make it a reality. And here's the reality of self-employment: money is king. When you leave your job, you lose access to a steady and consistent income stream and all those health benefits. What the gurus don't tell you is replacing that steady and consistent income stream is extremely difficult to do on your own. It's even harder when you are worried about making rent. So how does one make it after leaving their full-time job? By giving themselves the best opportunity out of the gate. Here are 3 things you can do before quitting your job to start a business. 1. Save money for your living expenses. Start saving now. You need money to survive. Probably not as much as you think, but to get by comfortably and without the stress of chasing money as a self-employed entrepreneur, you should have a decent stockpile available. Take out some paper and a pencil or a Google Sheet. Start listing your expenses. How much money do you need each month to live? How much can you cut out starting now? Can you shop at Aldi instead of Whole Foods? Can you live with your parents for a while? What does this new number look like? Take that number and multiply it by 18. This is your safety net. Some people might see a safety net as a reason to slack off at first. I don't. If you are crazy enough to leave your full-time job, then there is a fire burning inside to make your time worth it. When you have a safety net, you can afford to take some risks and stay patient while you figure out how you'll bring in income. When you don't have a safety net, you'll take any job that's handed to you. That's exactly what happened to me. I took on clients I didn't want to work with. I'd spend hours making a fraction of what I believed my time was worth. I stressed about where I'd get my new dollar. That lifestyle is draining. Some experts set arbitrary targets such as 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. Why do I propose 18 months worth? Because you'll spend the first year and a half of self-employment figuring things out. Probably longer. 3 to 6 months simply isn't enough time for you to make the transition from a full-time employee to a self-employed one. I know this puts a damper on your plans. You might have to wait an extra 3 years before leaving now, but I promise it'll be worth it. Plus, now you can spend some time focusing on exactly what you'll be doing as an entrepreneur, which leads us to the next item on our list. 2. Have a scalable side income before leaving your job. Besides saving up as much money as you can, you also need to prove to yourself you possess the skills to make money on your own. And no, freelancing does not count. When you leave your job, you need a scalable side income, ideally one that doesn't require you to trade your time for money. While you still have a full-time job, spend the extra hours in your day building something. More time doesn't always lead to better results. You need to have an idea. You need to prove the idea is profitable. Only then can you shed your full-time job to scale your profitable idea. You can still create ideas when you have a full-time job. 3. Create a budget and stick to it. You're saving up money and working hard to generate more outside the confines of a 9 to 5. Now it's time to get a handle on how you spend your hard-earned cash. The best way to control your spending is via the envelope method. The envelope method is pretty straightforward. When you receive your paycheck, give every dollar a job. Anytime you want or need to make a purchase, only use the allotted amount. If you overspend in one category, cover it with cash from another category. If this sounds a bit like overkill, it is. But it's effective. If I haven't said it enough already, I'll say it again: manage your money well. If you can't, self-employment will be a nightmare. Now that I've covered the realities of self-employment, it's time I sold you the dream. Leaving your full-time job is an amazing feeling. When you're stuck commuting day in and day out to a job that leaves you dissatisfied, apathetic, and unmotivated, the alternative is one hell of an experience. But it's hard. However, it's within reach if you work hard, play it smart, and stay patient.